Hi, I'm Rebecca with OLTD. We've all been on job interviews before and we know how stressful they can be. We wonder, what types of questions are going to be asked and how we should best respond to those questions. There are actually several types of questions that can be asked by an employer, from the traditional types of ones that are going to focus on our experience or verifying the types of credentials that we will bring to the job, to the less traditional types of questions that are going to be more behavioral based. Research shows that most companies and organizations are beginning to use at least some behavioral interviewing types of questions as part of their interview process. So, what is behavioral interviewing? Behavioral-based interviewing is discovering how the interviewee has responded to past situations, because those behaviors are going to be really good indicators for how you're going to handle future situations. In fact, employers were going to decide, what types of skills are needed for that person that they want to hire, and then they're going to form those behavioral types of questions to finding out who's the best candidate to meeting those skills. Instead of asking you how you would behave, they're going to more frame the questions to say how you have behaved. Now, there are two major areas that the interviewer is rating your skills on. Number one, they want to focus on your job or technical skills, and the second way is your performance skills. So let's take a brief look at both of those. Now, in job or technical skills, this is where they want to focus on the specific knowledge that's going to be necessary in doing the task for the job. There might even be some things that they're wanting to hear from the knowledge or either the tools or even the equipment that might be a requirement for that particular role. Now, the second part is being performance skills, and in here they're going to represent the most important activities that are going to be carried out on the job, and they want it to reflect the working habits or any other personal characteristics that one might possess for the advertised position. This is where we might be focusing a little bit more on your soft skills or even the interpersonal skills that you might bring to the job. So behavioral interviewing questions are going to be more pointed. They're going to be probing, and they're going to want to be very specific than, say, the traditional types of questions that one may be asked in an interview. So you might be wondering, what are some examples of behavioral interviewing types of questions? So I have a list of them here that I want to share with you today, and maybe the first one might be is to think of a time you effectively use your people skills to solving a customer's problem. A second type of question might be is, tell me about a time when you had to handle multiple responsibilities. How did you organize them and did what you needed to do? Describe maybe a situation when you had to convince a team to work on a project that you were maybe not thrilled about. Or maybe there's a type of question that's going to focus around a difficult situation you had. Give me an example of a time when you had to handle a difficult situation with a coworker. How did you handle it? Or maybe there was that type of question, we need to know more about your interpersonal skills. And that might be, tell me about a time when you used your interpersonal skills to build a network of contacts to reach a common goal. So as you can see with all of these types of questions, you're getting the person to have to think and just share through their specific stories or situations that they've experienced, and hopefully in your responses that you're going to be able to give to the interviewer, to being able to hear your behaviors and how you delivered them in the past is going to predict how you're going to respond to those same types of situations in the future. Now, for more information about how to better be prepared for an upcoming interview, I encourage you to check out part 2 located in the description below.